Hello Paisanos, it's Ian63, and today is going to be something a bit different. Rather, instead of reviewing just one video game, I'm going to be reviewing three video games at once. The reason why I'm doing this is because I sadly didn't get a chance to review Mario Paint 2 for Nintendo Switch, Farlands Journey, and Spesh Planet 2 because I was busy with Donkey Kong Bonanza and trying to 100% it on the first week of August. So that's why I'm reviewing all these three video games, just to make up and just to catch up and yeah, something like that. But don't worry, I managed to finish, all three of these video games and stuff. So I think I'm caught on time here, especially now with, that certain, Silk Song, coming out tomorrow. So yeah, which I'll be making a video on that later. Okay, but anyways, on to the point. So first up, Mario Paint for the Nintendo Switch 2, originally on the Super Nintendo, but now made its way to the Nintendo Switch 2 and stuff. I recently just played through it, and I have to say, honestly, I'm definitely really say it's honestly probably one of the best retro games that Nintendo added, honestly, because since it makes use of the Nintendo Switch 2's mouse system, which it says right here, which is a callback to the Super Nintendo's mouse thing, which they did, which it was only used for Mario Paint, I believe. I mean, unless it could have been used for other Super Nintendo games, but from what I can recall, I think it was only used for Mario Paint. I could be wrong, but ironically, now on Nintendo Switch 2, and now it uses the mouse control system, just like the Super Nintendo, which actually is even more surprising considering, if you think about it, the Nintendo Switch and NES and the Nintendo Switch 2 and Super Nintendo kind of have unparalleled, uncanny similarities if you think about it. It's probably, in my opinion, the best sequel console since the Super Nintendo, if I had to be straight honest with you. But yeah, pretty much. But honestly, I definitely got to say, it definitely was really fun to use the mouse gimmick here, ironically. And it wasn't even Drag or Drive or Mario Party Jamboree TV. It was this game right here. And it was honestly really, really fun to me. And also kind of, impressive to see how they actually managed to, despite this game being years old, to make it used in modern, Nintendo Switch 2 technology with the mouse gimmick. So I gotta say, Nintendo, that's definitely impressive of you guys. So yeah. But overall, yeah, I definitely gotta say, it definitely made, great use of the Switch 2's, mouse gimmick well. Yeah, better than Drag and Drive, honestly. Yep, we're living in a timeline where a retro game can utilize modern technology than the actual owns modern technology owns so-called exclusive game. Kind of crazy. And also this game is on Nintendo Music if you want to listen to the OST. But overall, Mario Paint was definitely fun playing on the Super Nintendo SNES emulator, activating the mouse, and still fun playing on the Switch 2's mouse gimmick, Joy-Cons. So yeah, great work, Nintendo. So that was Mario Paint. That was the first game. The second game we're going to be looking at today is Farlands Journey. I recently just finished playing this on Steam. It was also on the Nintendo Switch, but so if I go on Steam, which I'm gonna go on and stuff, and go to my review on Farlands Journey, and I also did Let's Play it on my YouTube channel. But Farlands Journey overall, which is right here, was a great, just short and fun 2D platformer. Now, the reason why what dragged me into this game, despite this game kind of being, kind of a bit more on the obscure side, is the music. The music, if you don't know, was composed by, I believe, Darkman07. Technically, that's not his, actual name. His actual name is, it's in Russian, by the way, but I don't know how to speak Russian. So I'm just going to call it VT and stuff because I don't want to misbutcher his name and stuff. But it was made by the same composer who did Iron Meat, and Iron Meat soundtrack was just, oh my god, just one of the best video game soundtracks I heard in a long time, honestly, just how amazing it was. And yeah, I was honestly really impressed just by that music and OST itself, honestly. So yeah, amazing job, Darkman007. You did a good job with the soundtrack, despite being, 8-bit NES, but you still managed it to make it have life and personality, honestly. And man, it was just amazing. So yeah, overall, a great game and stuff. I love Farlands Journey. It was just a fun, short 2D platformer. But sometimes, you don't need to make something complex. Something small and simple can also just be fun. But yeah, great 2D platformer video game. I'm not going to play it again, obviously, but it was a great experiment. Also 100% in it. And that was Farlands Journey. Now, finally, the last 2D platformer game or 2D game looking at is Spesh Planet. Okay, now here's something interesting. I typed out Spesh Planet 2, and apparently it looks like my Let's Play came up first. So this might be the first time where I think my Let's Play of a certain video game came up first on YouTube. I'm honestly really shocked to myself, honestly. But yeah, Spesh Planet 2, if you don't know, Spesh Planet 1, I believe it came in 2022, was a fun Super Mario World ROM hack. It was vanilla, not chocolate. but it did have custom music. It was fun, simple, and straight to the point, and with fun levels to play through. And Splish Planet 2, surprise, surprise, it's better than the first game. Just a good example of a sequel being better than the first game. Here was my comment right here. And yeah, just a better version of just Splish Planet 1 and stuff. But yeah, Splish Planet 2 was overall really fun, and I had, honestly, a lot of enjoyment and fun with this Super Mario ROM hack. So yeah, great work, E-Man38 and stuff. Ironically, you have the same E as me, and it almost can sound a bit confusing to mix up with Enan and E-Man a bit. But great Super Mario ROM hack, E-Man38. You absolutely knocked it out of the park with that. And that's basically all the games I have to say that I review. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this, triple video game review and stuff. And yeah, this is 3 saying farewell, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.